Hey guys, what's going on YouTube? As you can see, so after Garrett being here all weekend, I mean, we really didn't get much done. I spent 2 days underneath the Peterbilt, pressure washing, just trying to get all the 42 years of grease out from underneath this thing. That's one thing I can say is they did grease the truck, but they had no, mindset of wiping the excess grease off of the truck. And then after 42 years, that grease turns into just rock. It was literally like chipping rock away. So after 2 days of Garrett being here and it's pressure washing, flooding my yard, the driveway, my wife's not happy, with nothing but old grease, it still sucked. So I came out this morning and I was like, yeah, I'll be able to start painting the frame, under the cab, all that stuff. And yeah. Once I got underneath it, I was like, no, I can't paint over this stuff. So I spent all day today just totally scraping with screwdrivers, picks, paint scrapers, you name it. I've been underneath the truck scraping, wire brushes, and I am almost to the point where I think I can paint over what's there. And I've also spent the last probably 7 hours rerouting hydraulic lines for the cab, air lines, electrical, and really just cleaning up everything so that way it looks the way it's supposed to look before I start painting. And it's really come a long way. So I'll get you turned around and I'll show you where we're at. All right, guys. So the last time we left off, you remember I had that whole center head off of the truck, and I was doing the head gasket. Sorry, I didn't film any of that, putting it back together. It was hard. It was hard to do and film at the same time. My YouTube game and my filming's just not at that level, so I wanted to stay focused on what I was doing. But it is back together. Nothing leaks. Who that over there? That's my son Jameson. But yeah, it is back together. Nothing leaks. It's looking good. And then yes, the engine is painted. And so yeah. So here's I painted all this a year ago. And it's been sitting out in the weather. Still looks great. It's tractor and implement paint. And so now pretty much from here forward everything needs to be painted. But I mean, this whole area was just 42 years of grease, oil, and dirt mixed together. And this truck had a wet kit on it. So this truck used to haul mulch for a nursery up in Knoxville. And so this truck probably hauled a walk-in floor or an end dump or something like that.
Dad, I can see you.
I can see you too, bud. And so this thing hauled with a wet kit for years. It had leaks for years. And you got to remember, I've told you all this before, but this truck had no power steering from the factory. And so I mean, I will say that they did grease the truck, but they never wiped off the excess grease, and it was just nasty. I mean, in between here, there was no space. There was nothing. Like, this was a solid pack, and it was like concrete. Old grease and dirt mixed together. I mean, it was no wonder it was so hard to turn, even though it was no power steering. So they did grease everything, they just didn't ever wipe any excess grease off. So 2 days of pressure washing. I was like, yeah, I'm good, I can start painting. And then I came out this morning and I got under here and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start painting. And then I started looking at everything again, and it was still just caked up through here. There was no space. So I got screwdrivers out and picks and wire brushes and sandpaper, and I've been just, you know, going at everything. Just going at everything and trying to get everything as clean as I possibly can. I mean, mind you, this truck is 42 years old, and I think for being 42 years old, everything looks great, but I mean, it was just 42 years old of grease and oil and disgustingness. So, I mean, this whole crossbar right here underneath the motor was solid caked with oil and grime and dirt. I mean, it was literally packed out to here. It looked like a solid piece. It didn't look like an I-beam piece. It looked like a solid piece. And so yeah, we've been just picking away at it, trying to get it ready to paint. My kids have been out here helping me. Like, I rerouted all the hydraulic lines for the cab. Like, the guy that I got the truck, well, I got the truck out of a junkyard, but the guy that owned it before, he started doing a lot of work to the truck, and then was told by his company that it wasn't going to be allowed to run it because it was too old. So, but you know, you spend all the money on hydraulic lines, but then he had the hydraulic lines run on the outside of the brackets, the factory brackets. Okay, baby, back up. There's my daughter. This is Lily Pad. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Wake up, Mom. Wake up.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, she's being shy. So yeah, they had, you know, he had everything. He had them running next to the brackets, but he had them zip tied to the brackets instead of running everything through the factory brackets. I mean, everything in here was so caked with grease and oil and everything. So I've spent probably about the last 6 hours There's my son. There's Jameson. He's been working hard. Say hi, bud.
Hi.
He's been working hard all day with Daddy. And we've been sanding and wire brushing and rerouting lines and, you know, just getting everything the way it's supposed to be before we can start painting. I mean, this is all the lines that were unnecessary that I removed, and the kids spilled all my zip ties everywhere. But all right, get down, bud. Let's show them what we did today. So yeah, so we've rerouted all of the lines coming out of the cab down beside the frame, through all the holders where they're supposed to be, back here where they're supposed to be, down here where they're supposed to be, down here where they're supposed to be. Just trying to get everything ready to where we can paint. I still got to work on all of this electrical. This is all the light stuff, and then run it up to the chicken lights. All these chicken lights still have to be, you know, wired in, but this is not my main concern right now. But look at that big cam. She's all painted up. She's looking good.
Daddy, did you know where that sandpaper goes?
I don't know, buddy. Where'd the sandpaper go? Oh, there it is. It's right there behind the lubrifier. Above the frame. Above the frame, behind the lubrifier. There it is.
That is where I'll put it.
Yeah, that's where he put it. So he's been sanding that lubrifier for about 3 hours. He's got it really, really smooth. But yeah, so I mean, look at that. Everything's run the way it's supposed to be run. Everything's sanded. Everything. Now we're getting to the point where, you know, it's almost time to paint again. And then get everything painted. Okay, baby. I'll get your baby shark. Go back going. Sorry, daughter loves baby shark. Hold on 1 second, guys.
I think you can make your dream home happen, and I think Realtor.com can help. There is wildly comprehensive.
So he's up there. He's been working all day. Show him your shirt, buddy. Show him your shirt. Yeah, he's got Rolling Stones. He loves his Rolling Stone shirt.
See how smooth it is?
Yeah, it's super smooth, isn't it? Like I told you he's been sanding on this thing for like 3 hours. He uncovered a nameplate on there. That's just pretty awesome. But yeah, the motor's painted. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty much painting from here forward and doing some small touch-ups where, you know, I knocked some more paint and stuff off with the pressure washer as I was washing. And it's really starting to look like something now. I'm really proud of the way all the wire routing and the airline routing is gone. It's, you know, it's the way it's supposed to be. So but yeah, motor looks a lot different than the last time you guys saw it, and it runs spectacular. It doesn't leak anymore. It's looking really good. So yep, now it's a matter of painting everything around it. Okay, Lily. Give me a second, okay, baby? Give me a second. So yeah, I wish somebody wouldn't have sprayed some kind of undercoating underneath here, but they did, and it's nasty. And I can't get the underside clean no matter what I do because it's some kind of undercoating.
Daddy, but I can't.
But yeah, so this is where we're at. Sorry I didn't get to film putting the motor back together, but it runs phenomenal and not leaking anymore. And it's just a matter of buttoning everything up. I mean, this truck now I've fixed heat, AC. So the truck has heat and AC. It's got gobs of power. Everything's gonna be pretty. Everything's gonna be switched over to LED lights on it. Yeah, and that's where we're at. So I'm gonna run around and repolish everything again, and be ready to list it and post it and get rid of it. Yeah, and also guys, the bumper is now solid white. It looks awesome when it's on the truck. I might use it as a thumbnail, I don't know yet, but yeah, it does. It looks great when it's on the truck. This is what being a dad is, and restoring a truck at the same time, I guess. But man, look at that. Everything's running, you know, the way it's supposed to run. when I got this truck, like all the airlines, all the wires were just hanging down, all up in the suspension. Just, you know, horrible. I still gotta figure out where this guy goes, but I was reluctant to cut it out because I want to figure out where it goes, so I will figure that out. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. My son's been working hard. Super proud of him. Super proud of Bubba. Garrett, you know, he came down, he helped out as much as he could. And yeah, we're getting there. I was hoping to have everything painted today, but once I started looking, oh, you caught up, ain't you? So yeah, you know, after 2 days of pressure washing, this is still what I scraped out from underneath and in this wheel well and up around this kingpin. It's ridiculous. No, don't do that, sir. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's after 2 days of pressure washing. I still got all this out by scraping. It's nuts. But I mean, look. And once I spray black paint on all this, I mean, it's gonna look fantastic now. It's gonna look like a brand new truck. I mean, I know brand new trucks that are not gonna look this good, so. Man, look at the top of that lube refiner where my son's been polishing and sanding. Looking good. Alright guys, so from here at the Don McCord YouTube channel, this is where we're at on Project 362. We're getting there. I mean, hopefully by this time next month, but if not sooner, we'll get it sold. Stop being weird. We'll get it sold, and it should be looking right. It'll be a good truck for somebody. That's my main concern, is it be a good truck and a good looking truck for somebody, and then they can finish the project if they want to go further with the project. I just want to make sure everything's functional the way it's supposed to be, looks the way it's supposed to be, and then if they want to cut it off and do a air ride ass end on it, they can do that. If they want to put power steering on it, they can do that. But you know, I'm gonna do what I can do, and I'm gonna list it, and I'm gonna sell it, and you know, we'll move on. All right guys, well, thanks for stopping by, and you know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Don McCord YouTube channel, and you know, more to come on this bad boy. All right guys.